Hey, my name is Shadowsense and you're watching Sakura Spirit. So this is where we left off. Maiko landed on us after we went apple picking. So yeah, let's just jump right back in. Opening my eyes, I looked up to see Maiko sitting in my lap.
Owie, I guess I tried to reach a bit too far. Thank you, Takahiro, you saved me. And you gave me a soft, well, kinda soft and kinda hard landing.
Maiko-chan, do you mind? You're crushing me.
Oh my gosh, Takahiro, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
As the younger girl grew increasingly flustered, I knew I had to calm her down. Gently, I tilted my legs beneath her and she toppled forwards, her head resting against my chest. I guess we've learned that fox spirits can be pretty clumsy, or maybe that Maiko is even cuter up close than I had thought.
Oh, Takahiro, I think you're mistaking me for Oni-sama.
Nope, talking about you. You have that innocent side of you that's really charming. I wouldn't be surprised if lots of people from the village would claim you as their adorable little sister once we... You made it weird again, Takahiro. You made it weird.
I'd be happy to call you my brother, Takahiro, but lots of people in that village are super mean. I just want to spend time with you and Oni-sama.
Brother? How about... darling?
Darling? I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Really? I think we'd be a cute couple. A hero and a fox spirit living happily ever after. Your sister could stay too. We could raise a little family. I mean, we already have a house, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. And any guy from my world would kill to have a pretty wife like you. I held back a chuckle, knowing all too well that my teasing was taking effect. And yet I was also happy to see her spirits seemingly lifted.
Thank you, Takani.
I think Taka-kun would be better. Machiko-san probably wouldn't like another sibling. But I'm glad you're cheered up. You didn't seem to be happy earlier. The way your tail and ears were hanging low reminded me of a scolded puppy.
Huh? Alright, I was just thinking is all. You know, about the spell I wanted to try, the one that needs the silky wedding undies?
Wedding sash. It's kind of like a belt that the bride wears during the wedding ceremony. I doubt any spell involving panties would be a good idea to cast.
Oh, I thought it was like wedding undies that you wear on your wedding night. Anyway, the spell. I don't know why, but I've...
This voice is really hard.
I've wanted to try it for a little while now, and well, it's a gate spell. Not like those temporary ones. Those are easy to make. A permanent one. Like a portal to a different place.
It sounds interesting, but are you sure it's safe?
Silly Takani, that's not the point. This spell, I might be able to help you.
Well, that's good and all. I prefer not ending up in the middle of the sea or a live volcano. I think I should be a bit more careful with your magic.
I'm a good mage.
That's what Harry said when he told Atlantis he had a solution for their water shortage.
Huh? What's Atlantis?
A city with high ambitions sunk into the deep due to poor management. Anyway, I think it's best we get an expert's opinion before we try anything. We're going to visit Suyuri anyway, so maybe she'll be able to tell us if your spell will get me home.
Wow, but Sue-chan told me I shouldn't use magic at all. She said it was only for her to use or something.
Maybe she had a reason for saying that. Like, maybe, I don't know, do spells have side effects?
You're just like Oni-sama. She forbid me too, but I showed her the spells could be really helpful and I could control them, so she let me do more research. I'm not gonna throw spells around like they're nothing. I'm not a dumb little kid.
I'm not going to do anything. Besides, you seem old enough to take care of yourself. Not that I know how old someone like you might be, but... Beware of the dark side of magic. In most stories, magic usually comes with a price. Like, what would you do if magic gave you a terrible tummy ache? Or headaches? Or worse, diarrhea? Then you better prepare a gate spell for the nearest bathroom.
I do get headaches, but those aren't really all that big of a deal. And I get to do a lot of things for Oni-sama. I'm not gonna change that ever, so there.
I already said I wasn't gonna make you do anything. However, what you do need to change is the fact that you're straddling me, and you're rather close, so I'd appreciate it if you could get off.
But you're so warm and soft I could just curl up and sleep on you.
Wait, don't go falling asleep on me.
Just kidding. I want to do something like that out here. Maybe tonight though, it's only fair since Oni-sama got to do it, but more importantly, dessert. I need to get back inside. Oni-sama's probably wondering what's taking so long.
I couldn't really argue with the girl's impeccable logic. With a smile, I helped the girl to her feet and gathered a few fallen apples into the basket. We returned to Machiko and enjoyed our dessert together. It wasn't too long after that Maiko started to feel sleepy, so Machiko took her to bed, wishing me a good night. The next morning. I awoke the next morning to the sun filtering through the wooden blinds, yawning loudly. The girls had graciously given me an entire room to myself. There's something on my mouth. Gross. And it was certainly a lot bigger than my room back home. It was still early in the morning, likely a bit before breakfast. I decided to spend a short moment to gather my thoughts. It was clear that in order to learn more about my situation, I would need to pay a visit to the shrine. Maybe I could even find the answers to some of the other questions that had been lingering in the back of my mind for a while. The fact that Machiko seemed surprisingly nervous at the mention of Sayuri's name made me wonder about the relationship. What could possibly have happened to make Machiko react like that? The apparent hostility between the villagers and fox spirits was another issue altogether. Of course, I couldn't forget about the fact that I needed to find a way to get home as well. Just as I finished gathering my thoughts, Maiko's voice resounded from downstairs.
Takagi, breakfast is ready. Could you go get Oni-sama?
Sure, we'll be right there. I quickly made my way out of the room, finding myself within one of the corridors of the mansion. Once outside, it didn't take long for me to find Machiko wandering down the corridor, her lips curving into a smile when she saw me.
No need to look for me, Taka-kun. Maiko's voice reached me loud and clear.
Good morning, Machiko-san. Did you sleep well?
It was a decent sleep, although perhaps a bit lonely. However, you seem to be getting along with my little sister. Taka-ni, was it? Perhaps I should consider you my rival in the quest for the heart of our dear Maiko-chan.
She seems to like it. I guess I'll be stuck with that name for a while.
Oh, is it not to your liking?
Well,
perhaps you should prefer Darling instead.
You were watching us?
Indeed. It was taking you both such a long time. I grew rather curious and snuck out.
But I didn't see you at all.
Well, I am a fox spirit. Hiding myself from humans is like playing hide and seek with a child.
Then why didn't you use your hiding skills to hide from the guards?
Now that you mention it, the thought never occurred to me. Well, it certainly was fun getting chased by them. Unfortunately, Maiko does not have the best control over her change. She is far too excitable and is unable to maintain the illusion. It is her one magical blind spot.
I'm sure it would have been fun if the Tsundere Tyrant had caught you both. Or wouldn't have been fun anyway, rather.
This certainly would have been an unpleasant experience. Then again, I'm sure you would have ended up saving me, wouldn't you, Taka-kun?
I noticed a subtle change in Machiko's voice as the sugar-sweet coated words caused my cheeks to flush red. I wasn't really good at dealing with this girl's flirty attitude. Stepping backwards, I turned towards the stairs at the end of the corridor and replied in a hurried tone. Maiko-chan is waiting for us. And with that, I rushed towards the kitchen with Machiko giggling behind me as she followed.
Ah, good morning, both of you. I fixed up some eggs and toast for you. There are some oranges, too.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you, little one. You're getting better at this. To wake up knowing a pretty girl made my breakfast. It's good to be alive.
Perhaps you would enjoy having one rest by your side as well.
That's a bit overkill, especially considering the condition of said girl. I recalled the sight of Machiko sleeping yesterday and my cheeks immediately grew red. I quickly sat down at the table trying to distract myself by changing the subject. Ah, good move. Smooth move. So, thanks to you two, I learned a little about this world. How about I return the favor and talk about mine? Do you have anything you want to ask?
Oh yes, I want to know. What are the spirits like in your world?
Spirits you say? I thought about her question for a moment before I replied with a sheepish grin. Well, in my world, spirits only exist in folk tales. They appear in stories and certain religions even worship them, but it's not like we got them running around like they do in this world.
Folk tales? Worship? Your world is strange, Taka-kun. Aw, that's kind of boring. What about your life? Are you a defender of your village? You said something about judo before. What is that?
You mean judo? Well, in my world, people go into this place called school. It's basically a place of knowledge where you learn a lot of things before you're considered an adult in our society. But in my world, the defenders are known as the police. They keep things peaceful and such. I'm just a student. I guess you could say that I'm studying to become a defender, not just of my village, but of my whole country. It was a bit exaggerated, but it kind of felt nice to call myself defender. Sucking your own dick, Takahiro.
That sounds weird. Is the police like in the army or something? Defending the whole nation?
Your world is very strange, Taka-kun. I wouldn't call it strange, Machiko-san. It's this world that's weird. But no, the police is like the guards in the village. We do have an actual army that defends the country, though.
Either way, your world sounds like fun, especially if everyone's like you. Anyway, Oh no, oh dang it, those oranges all have worms in them. Ew, 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 ew! Oni-sama, did you forget to check them again?
Oh, how terrible. I must have been overcome with fatigue and never gotten around to checking them properly. Ran out of breath.
Boo, big ol' lazy meanie. I'll just have to go and get some apples instead.
As Maiko went outside to grab some apples, my eyes drifted towards Machiko, who was observing me with a content smile, clearly pleased with something. Ah, it is such a relief to see her in such a good mood. It's been a tough few months, I must admit. She has been upset that her magical skills have not been progressing as fast as they once did. We all have our ups and downs, especially when it comes to studying. I still remember how I used to dread exams. Still a little time for my judo. Made me rather sad at times. That does sound rather stressful. Tell me, Taka-kun, what is it that you study? I'm intrigued by this school notion. Well, my situation is a bit different from most. While I go to school like everyone else, I actually aim to become an athlete. To explain it in a way you'd understand, an athlete is someone who practices a certain sport, and those who are among the best end up representing their country. I have an upcoming tournament that will decide whether or not I'll be able to represent my country in judo. I think I understand. Your focus is on your strength, while still gathering knowledge to allow yourself a multitude of options. An interesting method. I'll be right back. I need to plug the camera in. Okay, whew. A little sweaty work. Had to go fast, but I think I got it. Alright, I already read this. I should thank you. I guess you could say it like that, but why thank me? I believe that your sudden appearance in our world has a lot to do with Maiko's newfound joy. I can hear her singing, something that I've not heard in weeks. It warms my heart to see her so overjoyed. And I believe it's because of you. Thank you, Taka-kun. I doubt that it's the only reason, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at Machiko before continuing. Then again, I should also thank you for busting my rear out of jail. I didn't want to think about what I would have been doing if I was still in the care of the tsundere tyrant. Blech. You are most welcome. But please, do not be so hard on Mio-chan. There are many things that are that are beyond her control. Yeah, hair in my mouth. Gross. But perhaps it is out of our hands for now. I still wish to thank you, Taka-kun. I have been wondering if how I might repay you for bringing such joy to Maiko-chan. Repay me? For a moment, my thoughts drifted towards a certain idea, but my cheeks quickly turned scarlet red at the thought. I couldn't ask something like that of her. I'm not sure I have anything in mind. I think your smile's enough.
She wants to fuck you so bad, but you don't want to fuck her without she's consenting. Just fucking do it already.
You are a true gentleman, Taka-kun. It's a shame, though. I was thinking of such naughty things, too. The fox spirit giggled to herself and turned towards the garden, watching Maiko struggle to descend from one of the trees with an armful of apples. Maiko-chan, there's only 3 of us. Your belly does not count for a 4th person. Speaking of a 4th person, it sounded like you two used to talk a lot with the spirit at the shrine. Why do you get so nervous whenever the Tsuyuri's involved? Nah, that's not important. Oh, is that a giant bird carrying the seed of the world tree? Oh, maybe it is. I should go and... Ah, Tsuyuri Dono, thank you for visiting us today. Machiko-san is right over there. Sayuri, no. I'm sorry, I have just been terribly busy. Please forgive me, Sayuri-sama. Whoa, to think you'd get that flustered. Is she that amazing of a person? You don't understand. It is complicated. There are certain skills that I, as a fox spirit, possess. A subtle way of talking or acting that influence how people perceive me. They are, I suppose, would be considered social skills, but for spirits, Sayuri is capable of completely negating these and leaves me feeling rather nervous and helpless. I see, so basically she's immune to your flirting and... Connecting the dots in my mind, I planted the palm of my hand against my forehead. Now I get it. You're afraid of approaching her because this Sayuri is a bigger flirt than you. But if she's flirting with you... Oh, I see. You swing that way. For some reason, I suddenly felt rather disappointed. That's... Not cool, Taco. Not cool. That's not true. Well, maybe... I mean, she has an overpowering presence, and it does not allow me to properly, do my thing. I'm not sure what you mean by swinging, however. It means that, you know, like girls. Oh, really? Well, how about we forget all about Sayuri for now, and I show you exactly which way I do swing, Taka-kun. That won't be necessary. Yes, it will. It was very necessary. Do it! But she must be quite a challenge to deal with, considering. Briefly lowered my voice to a whisper.
You're already a handful to deal with once you start your teasing.
You are perhaps less the gentleman I thought you to be, Taka-kun. What am I then? A lovable rogue, perhaps? Or maybe you see yourself as more of a hero type. Of course I'm a hero. A perverted one, but a hero nonetheless.
Oni-sama Takani!
Welcome back, Maiko-chan. How did the hunt for the golden apple go?
No golden ones. I got a load of good ones.
Oh shit, I accidentally hit the space bar. Hang on, can I go back? There we go.
Load of good ones. Even one that's shaped like a heart. You can have one, Takani.
An apple shaped like a heart? Interesting. Does this mean you're confessing your love to me by giving me this?
Maybe I am.
I seriously think Ichikawa would kill me if he saw me in my current situation. Why, thank you, fair lady. I shall savor every moment of its sweet flavor. Maiko, how could you betray your love of me, your one and only sister? Did our time together mean nothing? Oh my.
But I love you too, Oni-sama. Found a super big apple for you.
Polygamy at its finest. No, that's... polyamory? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know those terms too much.
Well, we better hurry up. We're going to see Su-chan.
Wait, what? I thought we would at least need to ask for her permission, and wait till she grew bored enough to reply.
I know, but when I was picking apples, I found one of her tiny familiars. She said she wanted to see us today.
Oh, Poopy. I think Oh Poopy is a great place to leave the episode, so thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.